turn it off and on. Classic IT. Oh, see, that worked. It's a cliche for a reason. Okay, so we're on the YouTube. Hello to the YouTube. We are multi-streaming. It's the future. All right, so I have a YouTube chat open, I believe, and I might have to flick between this and the Twitch chat, but hit me up in the chat if you're in the stream. I love to have a little chin wag. Otherwise, I'm just going to be drawing, and I don't want dead air. So, yeah. What I would like to do, though, is on these streams, is shout out a book I like. So, as mentioned, I am an author illustrator of children's fiction, um, that mainly being graphic novels, middle grade level. And I read a lot of those as well. So one of them I read and really enjoy is Barb the Brave. I think in America it might be Barb the Barbarian, and I think on a previous stream I got that backwards. But anyway, this book by Dan and Jason, who are awesome. It's a very fun book. Funny, action-packed. The art is great. I highly recommend it. There are a few in the series already. I've only got the first two so far. I'm working on it to get the rest. I think there's at least 3 or 4. I did this last stream and I should have checked in between, but highly recommend Barb the Brave, Barb the Barbarian, depending on your market. It's great. It's great. See, it's great. Here's some characters. There's Barb. And there's her pal. So I would highly recommend that book. And anything else Dan and Jason make. So there you go. That is my recommendation for the first stream. And I will be doing recommendations, hopefully most streams, until I run out of stuff. So here we are. All right. We probably should draw some stuff, I guess. That would make the most sense on a drawing stream, eh? So let's do it. What are we going to draw, though? I was thinking I could draw my characters. Maybe Chase or Super Unicorn Princess or something like that. Or do I want to do some cartoony, cute versions of established characters like Batman and Wonder Woman and stuff? So I'm just going to have a quick swig of my cup of tea. As one does. It'll probably happen again. Yeah. So maybe I'll just start doodling and we'll see what comes out of it. All right. Have we got a screen up? We do. Okay. Cool. So let's just see where the pen takes us. If you do have suggestions, as I said, I've got a suggestion box on my About page. You can also throw it in the comments in the chat. And I was going to say something else that I now can't remember. So cool. Maybe a Spidey? I don't know. We will see what comes. So good news is, it looks like the insurance people are going to cover my carpet. They got ruined when my the downstairs got flooded in a recent storm. So hooray! And that means I am one step closer to getting an office to work in because I am planning to have a couple of walls knocked up in my garage downstairs, um, with a door, obviously, and um, make a little office so I can work in there with hopefully a modicum of peace and quiet. Maybe. Definitely have a lock on the door, that's for sure. And I'll do all my streaming and all my work from there. Currently, because of the flood, I've hijacked my son's room for these, um, and that is why I can only currently live stream art stuff when no one else is at home because it's a bit noisy. 3 kids and all that. And at night time, I do the gaming because I can just do it straight from the PlayStation. So it's completely separated. So yeah, if you want to watch me game badly, then jump on the Twitch. Actually, it's probably very, very early morning in America, but it's my night time. Um, it's usually Fortnite or Disney Speedstorm, or I'm thinking of cracking open my copy of Sackboy's Big Adventure, I think it's called, because I haven't tried that yet. Um, so I don't know, maybe I might do the games only on Twitch because some games are less PG than others, and I was trying to keep this stuff, especially on YouTube, with the drawing, um, all ages friendly. So if I want to play Red Dead Redemption or anything, it's probably going to be Twitch exclusive stream. This is not my favorite drawing. I think I'm going to start again. That's just what happens sometimes. But hey, it's all warm up, right? So we're all good. Okay. As I mentioned, there's going to be some news dropping next week that involves myself, um, and and others. And it is something that can potentially lead to something very cool. So definitely stay tuned for that. I will, as I say, bring it up on the stream when it's announced. Um, but it's super exciting stuff. Uh, it'll lead to, hopefully, lead to potentially even more exciting things and hopefully an even more exciting announcement in the future. But that's enough of the tease, I guess. And I also want to shout out to some artist pals of mine for some recent deals that got announced for me. Um, Franco, who is my um, collaborator on Chase Speedington, coming out from Paper Cuts this November, um, it was just announced that he and awesome artist Scoot McMahon signed a deal to publish a new graphic novel called Ninja Kaiju, I believe, which sounds amazing. So I can't wait to see more of that and pick it up as well when it comes out. So that's awesome. I think that might be early next year that it's coming out from memory. And also uh, Dave Scheid, who does Me a Good Boy, amongst other things. um, is also teaming up with Scoot McMahon for Ollie World, which is another graphic novel, middle grade one, I believe, skateboarding themed. So that one is going to be super cool too. So very happy for my friends who are announcing projects all over the place. And I'm super psyched to pick them up and give them a read. So, woohoo! Everything's coming at Millhouse, which is good. Does anyone still watch The Simpsons, by the way? I've lapsed. And I know that um, the voice of Millhouse retired, Pamela Hayden. Um, so what are they going to do with Millhouse? Are they going to recast? Surely they're not going to kill him off. So anyway, if you know, let me know. Oh, drawings aren't working today, folks. Sorry. There's something's yeah, I don't know. Something about this. I'll fix it up in post and then, as I always say, that's not meant to move. Freeform is the one we want. So I think that is part of the problem. Is it yeah, too big? Something is wrong. Something is wrong. I'll get it fixed. I will get there. Don't worry about it. This is my character, Super Unicorn Princess. Super Unicorn Princess came about because when I had a day job, I mean, I had a day job, when I worked for the man, um, uh, I used to doodle a lot in my notebooks on my desk in between calls and stuff. And I had this picture of a city, but all the characters I was drawing at the time, or you know, playing around with that I'd created, didn't really fit that setting. And I figured it needed like a superhero type character. And when I was getting to drawing, I thought, man, my daughters don't really have a lot in that. Like my son was at that time just getting into like, Spider Man, Batman, Hulk, Thor, all of it. And I mean, other than Wonder Woman, really, what's the most mainstream female one? And I wanted to sort of, because my daughter at that time was also getting into reading and stuff. So I wanted to create something that would maybe appeal to her a little bit. So it sort of looks a little bit like her too. She's got brown hair like my eldest daughter. Both my daughters were into ballet, hence the tutu. Obviously, they both are unicorn fans. So I was just trying to mash everything together because I didn't expect this character to become anything more than just a quick doodle one day at work. And so, anyway, I went along with it. I named her something absolutely ridiculous in Super Unicorn Princess, but it stuck, and people seem to kind of dig her. There's been quite a bit of fan art. I've done a draw this in your style, which got quite a lot of cool interpretations from other artists, and I loved it. And I always love to see people draw my characters and see their interpretations of them. So, so yeah, I've just sort of kept her alive, um, and I like her. So it just stuck. It's like a lot of things sound weird when you first hear the name, and then it just becomes so commonplace to you that it doesn't seem weird anymore, I guess. So I'm hoping that's what's happening with SUP, as we call her, SUP. And that is basically Super Unicorn Princess. Um, just swap to my Super Unicorn Princess palette, which I have prepared earlier. So I won't give away the origin. I think it's been online. Have I shared it before? I don't know. Some select people definitely know it, but it's in the book. Well, the book I'm trying to make. It's getting there. I'm hoping it becomes a real book. Anyway, um, it will be in any future story. And hopefully you'll dig it and find it kind of cool and original. Um, but basically, yeah, she has this alicorn, which is the name for the horn on a unicorn, and it alerts her to danger. Uh, like another superhero who has something like that. And then she has powers as needed. So she can fly. She's super strong. She's a little bit sassy. That's not a superpower. She just is. Yeah. So in development, it's all ticking along. The character evolves every day. And I'm hoping to really actually bring her to life for kids in the book one day. So at the moment, we've got to focus on unannounced project and Chase Speedington. That doesn't mean I don't draw pages in my spare time, though, because I do. Got to be prepared. All right, so might just tidy this up a little bit. And then maybe we could do a bit of a chase as well. We won't make it a proper picture. We'll just do individual little thingies on the paper. So that should be good. Hey, what's up, bro? Dooms. Hey, oh man, long time. I'm gonna post that I replied by typing chat, but I'm assuming I can just talk my replies. Um, but on Twitch, I might type my replies as well because I need concurrent chatters and concurrent viewers um, to up my status a little bit on that platform. But anyway, Dooms, if you're still watching, what's up, man? That is so cool. And so as to not have dead air on my channel while I'm streaming, I'm going to just talk about random stuff. I've been watching Star Wars Skeleton Crew. I'm way behind though. Like, I know it's just finished. One, two, three, four, five, six. But I'm only just finished episode 3. Can't remember how many there are, maybe 8. So I'm almost halfway. And I'm going to crank some more of that a bit later today when I've got a chance. I'm digging it, man. Goonies in space. And I don't like Goonies. I'm one of those weird people from the era, because I'm old. I love 80s movies, but you can't love all of them. And I don't know, man. I know it's a classic and everything, but Goonies ain't my jam. I don't know. I don't know. I like all the people in it. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anywho, Skeleton Crew is cool. And oh, it's a kids on bike show, and I dig it. It's something different. I really liked The Acolyte, and I'm really annoyed that other people didn't, and now we don't get another season. because man, that was cool, man. I really liked it. I think I liked it because you didn't have to know too much, like the problem with it, like the only one I haven't watched, and it's a pain because it was the one I really wanted to watch, was Ahsoka, because I never finished Clone Wars, not because it's bad, just time. And I never finished Rebels. And so I felt a little bit lost when I watched the first episode. Normally, I'm pretty good with that sort of stuff. Like, I can watch all the Marvel stuff. I've watched every other Star Wars TV show with no problem. Maybe I just have to give it another go. I don't know. Or watch the cartoons and then go back to it. Um, but yeah, I really dug it. And what else am I watching? I'm watching St. Denis Medical, which is from the makers of Superstore, which is one of my favorite sitcoms, and American Auto, which I really loved as well, but was cancelled after 2 seasons, unfortunately. Um, so I'm hoping St. Denis gets picked up. It's obviously still only in its first season. It's only had 7 episodes or something so far. And it's got the mum off one of my most favorite sitcoms, The Goldbergs. So I'm digging it very much. Abbott Elementary also. Ghosts I really like. I haven't watched the British one. I've only watched the American one because the main actress is Rose McIver, who's a Kiwi. And I'm way behind on that one as well. But I very much enjoy that. I like comedies, man. Sometimes you've only got 20 minutes, But I like longer shows. As I said on my last stream, The Pit. I haven't watched episode 3 yet. It just came out. That'll be something I watch tonight. The For those that don't know, The Pit is the not reboot of ER, the one they got sued over. Um, and Noah Wild from ER is the main star. 2 episodes so far, and I'm in. I love it. So it'd be cool to know what you guys are watching, and if you've got any recommendations for stuff, so let me know. And as far as gaming goes, the Godzilla update finally dropped on Fortnite last night while I was asleep. It's because I had a lot of work to do last night, and by the time I finished it, I just couldn't face gaming or live streaming last night. Um, I was very annoyed though, because to unlock Godzilla on the Battle Pass, you have to level up your levels. So I thought, in my infinite non-wisdom, that because I had already finished the other Battle Pass, the normal ones, I was already at, to finish the other ones, you have to be at level 200, right? That unlocks everything. So I did that, and that was ages ago. And I've been playing since still, and I got up, I think I'm like level 285 or something. So I thought that when the Godzilla pass activated, it would just, zoom through the stuff because I'm way above level 200. It did not, and I'm not happy. So now I have to continue to level up, and everything that unlocks is you have to level up twice to unlock one thing. So I should be way in credit for that. But I'm not. And so now I'm going to have to play heaps more. Oh no. And, earn my Godzilla. Kong and Mechagodzilla came into the store yesterday, and I was, in my mind, 100% set on buying them. But now I'm not sure. They're only until the 25th of January, so I've got time to think about it. I'm going to see what else comes in the store in the meantime, because there's some rumored returning stuff that I'm quite keen on getting. The Batman Who Laughs skin is coming back, so that's one. But well, we'll just see. Just very annoyed about Godzilla. What I do like though is that when they did the update the other day and you logged in, there's an area in the map that has a bridge, and now it's all smashed, and debris floats in the inlet below. And over on the beach beside it are giant Godzilla footprints, which is really cool. What's even cooler is when you're up in the battle bus and you're flying over the map when the game starts before you jump down into the fight. You can actually see, oh no, sorry, even when you go to the map in your menu, you can already see the footprints on the map as well. That's really cool. So today I spent some time doing some Godzilla quests. I posted Godzilla warning signs around the map. And I'm going to do some more of those because I really want that big lizard. So yeah, that should be fun. So I'll probably end up streaming Fortnite tonight because I'm working towards that. Um, and hopefully I can also get into a ranked session because that has been nigh impossible. And I want to get up my rank up to Platinum 2. So anyway, that's my life. That and work. But my work is drawing pictures and writing fun books for kids, so nobody can complain if that's their job, right? It's a good gig if you can get it, and I was very, very lucky, very, very blessed, one might say, to get it after a long time. I'm not a spring chicken, you know. It was timing, divine intervention. It was it did come down to timing a lot, I think, as well, because I had sort of given up on the whole I'm going to be an artist thing because, gosh, you really need an agent to do what the sort of stuff I want to do. And getting an agent, and you can Google it, it can be very hard. It's something like stupid, like a 0.2 success rate or something. I don't know. There's this many agents, and there's this many people trying to make stuff, right? So that makes sense. But yeah, I had sort of just given up. So I was just posting art on social media as one does. I was following other artists in the kidlit space. And any who had agents, I just followed the agents on Twitter. I didn't submit to any. I didn't um, actively pursue. I had done it before with no luck. Um, so now I was just following people to see what sort of stuff was coming out. And thankfully, very luckily, um, I followed one agent who repped a couple of people I really liked. And I woke up the next morning and she had followed me back. And then I had an email saying, do you want to have a call and have a chat? And I said yes. And then I ended up having an agent. And my agent, Davinia, is amazing. Like, seriously, I have no words on how much I have to thank her. I got to quit my day job. I got to become a full-time creator, and I get to make books for kids. Man, I'm living the dream. Not being funny, it really is. I'm very blessed. And that ended that. So, but no, couldn't ask couldn't ask for a better agent. Um, super helpful, super willing to put up with me and my inane questions. Um, the calls that I make go way too long out of her schedule because I start talking about random stuff. And she's probably just too nice to cut me off. But seriously, I will have forever all the time in the world for her, for everything she's helped me to accomplish. And because of that, exciting things in 2025. As I say, unannounced project coming out some point, and Chase Speedington, which it's a long story, but Davinia didn't agent me on that one for reasons I might actually do a stream about agents and stuff at a later date. But yeah, that one I was repped. Basically, that one was handled by Franco's agent. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's another book that I have coming out this year, another project. So as I say, Paper Cuts is releasing Chase Speedington by me and Franco in November at this stage, and I'm currently working to get it all done. And I hope you'll pick it up. Or if you have kids in your life, pick it up for them as well, because it is a fun book. I think it was sold as Spy Kids meets Power Rangers. That's probably not how I would have sold it, but I like to compare it to sort of, it has an Indiana Jones vibe to it. If we get future books, because it's a one book deal for that one, I think that will become apparent that there are some Indiana Jones vibes to it. It has changed quite a bit from my initial, oops, wrong layer, my initial concept. Between then and when we pitched it, there have been some changes, which in retrospect may not have actually been needed, because I think we still would have sold the book the same anyway. But mine is not to reason why. Mine is to just do what I'm told. Now, that's not true. I do push back on some stuff. Um, but, compromises and stuff. But whatever, it doesn't matter, because with the help of Franco, and a large part is due to Franco, that this book is coming out, a very large part. And to Marie, who is Franco's agent and who is ripping me on that book. Um, that because of them, kids are going to get to experience Chase Speedington, a character I created something like 12 or so years ago when I lived in Holland. Again, just because I was bored and I was doodling, and I wanted to create a cool little adventure dude who was at the time British, in my mind still British. The colours of his uniform that he wears are navy blue and red, like the British flag and the New Zealand flag, because colonies. Um, so yeah, I don't know. It's still super fun. The heart of the story, the story itself hasn't changed much, which is great. Just little character things. Um, but some of them were for the better. Even in our earliest talks, when I first, I'm going to talk about how I met Franco, because how I think I met Franco might be a better idea. So, if you're not familiar, Franco is a writer and illustrator. He makes a lot of cool comics. He's probably best known, I say this every time, and maybe he doesn't like it, but he's probably best known for co-creating Tiny Titans at DC Comics. He also wrote on Billy Batson and the Magic of Shazam after Mike Kunkel finished his run. He often teams up with Art Boxer. He did Itty Bitty Hellboy. I think there was a Red Sonja one, and a lot of other stuff. There's just a lot of stuff. Faye in the Moon was a recent book he did as well, which is great. You should pick that up. Anyway, So one day, me and my pal Justin, shout out to Justin, who is helping me color the final issue of Squish and Squash, which is out soon from not Paper Cats, whoops, from Keenspot. Um, he and I decided to try and sort of help each other get more visible on social media. So we decided to both do some wrestling fan art, WWE fan art, and we would cross promote on our socials. Um, so he drew. Now this is reaching back a long way. I'm pretty sure it was Becky Lynch, but correct me if I'm wrong. If you watch this chat at some point, um, do you animate cartoons or something? I don't animate cartoons, but I draw comics and middle grade stuff. Um, Doom says, I think I still have one of the very first Chase Speedington doodles on a HDD. So, yeah. So Dooms, my pal Jesse, um, he, I'm pretty sure, coloured the very first doodle of Chase Speedington, um, which is somewhere. I think I've posted it recently. There was a colour version and a sepia version to make it look more old school and adventure-y, Indiana Jonesy. Um, Man, I love what Jesse does to my work, man. Like, honestly. In fact, I should probably hit you up about some logo stuff in the future because I suck at that stuff and you're really good at it. Anyway, where was I? So me and Dustin, we did these WWE fan arts. He did Becky Lynch. I think that's when I did the Undertaker. I think it was Undertaker, Kane, and Paul Bearer. It is deep, deep down on my Instagram somewhere. Um, so yeah, and then we shared each other's pictures. I wasn't friends with Franco on Facebook because him and Art Baltazar were two people I really admired their work, and sometimes I'm a bit too shy to try and friend someone on Facebook. I'll follow them on other socials because you can just do that, but you don't want to get rejected by someone you admire, right? When they reject a friend request. So anyway, Justin didn't have that problem. He was friends with Franco. I didn't know that. So this is how I think it happened because after we posted those, um, I think I got a friend request from Franco and then a DM, whatever you call it, a message on Facebook, and saying, "Hey man, like I dig your stuff, and maybe one day we can collaborate." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. That's a nice platitude or whatever." And I'll just say yes because nothing will come of it because that's how my mind works. And it might have been the same day or very soon after. He was like, "Cool. Do you want to have a Zoom call?" And I still didn't actually think it was the real Franco. I thought I was being played. So I was like, okay. So we had a Zoom call and we were going to work on. Franco is sort of like me, overactive imagination. And he has like this files and files of ideas, like I do. And he realized at some point that he won't have time to draw them all himself. So he would write them and get other people to draw them. And that has worked quite nicely because he's got some really cool books. Um, One he did with Scoop McMahon, which is one of my absolute all-time favorites, which is Spot on Adventure. And I really wish there was a follow-up book. Um, anyway, I digress again. Um, so we had the Zoom call. I still didn't believe it was him, really. And then I went and listened to his podcast. And I was like, oh, Franco on the podcast sounds like Franco that I talked to. So maybe it actually is the real Franco. So I'm pretty sure that's how he found me. I'm pretty sure it's through that WWE fan art share that I did with Justin. So thank you to Justin. Um, so then Franco pitched Dead Men Tell the Spooky Tales. I always get the title wrong for DC Comics. It was like a middle grade, all ages horror anthology for DC Comics with Deadman as the narrator that links all the stories, and each story was drawn by a different artist. So he said, "Do you want to do one?" I said, "Oh, yeah, right. Like I could ever do a DC comic," but he put me forward, and my art went through editorial and got accepted, and I was allowed to participate in that, and um, that was amazing. So I did a 4-page story in that. I still to this day think my 4 pages are the least good in that. And so I don't look at the book very much, but it is on my shelf, and I'm very proud to have my name on a DC project. And so then we thought we'll work on something. And when the idea of his that we were going to work on fell through for reasons, um, he said, "Well, here's some other ideas I have, or if you have some ideas you want to pitch, send them through." So I put together a list of 4, some of which I'm still planning to do in the future. Um, and um, I sort of put more effort into some of the synopsis than others based on how much I would prefer to work on them, were he to choose one. And the one that had the most was Chase. And he dug Chase, thankfully. And we had a Zoom call. He had some suggestions, which were like those sort of suggestions where he says them and you're like, oh man, why didn't I think of that? That's so obvious now that you've said it. So it was cool. It was clearly going to work. We had the same sort of mindset about what it should be. It was like great. It was like straight off the bat, it was going to work. And so we sort of, he went away and wrote some stuff, and I dug it and got reworked over time. It's been a while. We've sort of been throwing it around for a while, and then eventually, finally, we got it to an agent, to Franco's agent. She got it out into the market, and also Franco has a relationship with some people at Paper Cuts through his comic conventions and his work, obviously, and um, they were keen to work with him, and we just happened to have this project, and they dug it. They were willing to publish it, and Chase Speedington is coming to you in November in America. Still working on foreign markets, I believe. But it's super exciting, man. Super, super exciting. If I don't reply to your comments straight away, it's just because I'm drawing and yammering on about stuff. So yeah, I've Franco's a cool dude, man. And he has helped me a lot in terms of getting to where I am, because it's all exposure, right? Like, I mean, I got paid for it. Don't work for exposure. But he I feel like those opportunities, or they wouldn't have come along otherwise, and they've helped, because now I can say I've got a DC book, even though it's only 4 pages. I worked for DC, and that is ace. So another person I am eternally grateful to, and I got to meet cool people through him, man. Dave Scheid, Scoot McMahon. There's a lot of people. I have a cool online little community who I should probably talk to more than I do, but I appreciate them. I appreciate when they take time to look at stuff I want to show them, to get feedback on, to help me when I'm stuck on something. It's all cool, man. People are cool. Cool people are cool. Dumb people aren't cool. And you try and surround yourself with the cool ones, yeah. Oh man, I'm on the wrong layer. Okay, anyway, what am I doing? I'm just adding stuff to this for no reason. I'm going to do a Chase Speedington now, since we've been talking about him. So this is Super Unicorn Princess. She is awesome. She is sassy. She is super strong. She fights for good. She doesn't like anything that is bad. She doesn't like things. She doesn't like baddies and bullies and people who threaten her city. And she is pure, 100% good. Because sometimes we just need a hero who is, just good, not bitter and broken and anti-heroing it up, just good. Oops. So this is her Alicorn alert. The horn of the unicorn is called the Alicorn. Fun fact. Um, and yeah, it's I guess like a spidey sense. It alerts her of danger, but can also blast the bad guys if needed, and it often is. Um, so there you go. Boom, baby. All right, we've got a super unicorn princess in the house. Okay, so I'm going to merge those ones. And we'll shrink her down a bit. Cool. Whoopsie days. Keep that on uniform. All right. So for anyone wondering, I'm drawing on in Procreate, which is an iPad app, a great app. Um, so it's an iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil 2, I think. The one that just charges by clipping onto the iPad. And yeah, whoopsie days. So I usually just use, for the most part, I'm just using the standard brushes that come with Procreate. But for certain things, I do have some custom brushes that I've bought for shapes and repeatable stuff that I can't be bothered drawing over and over again. All right, so let's now draw Chase. Chase Speedington. What do I do? Might have to succumb to the extreme rules of cartooning in terms of anatomy on this one. Hmm. Yeah, let's start again. We're going to start again. Now, I say now, I didn't have anything to follow that up. If you have suggestions on who you want me to draw, definitely drop it in the chat. Um, always open to ideas. I'll figure that handout. I'll do it in a second. Okay, getting somewhere. He also has a dog, which was generic dog originally. And one of the first things Franco said was back when Chase was British, um, was why wouldn't you make it a bulldog? And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so obvious. And yes. And then I realized I need a bulldog now. So it's sort of just not, well, I don't know. It's just as what it is. Sort of looks like this. It's bulldog adjacent, maybe. It does have the internal feet. You know, something like that. Anyway, um, let's clean this fella up, and then maybe we can do like a Marvel or DC character after, and then we'll finish this. Sometimes the curve doesn't work. All right, let's get going. There's a dog barking outside. Don't know if that's being picked up or not, but how rude. It's not my dog. I don't have a dog. We have a cat, and our cat is named Maverick. Our cat is named after Tom Cruise and Top Gun. Fun fact, my son is named after Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, my favorite film franchise. So there you go. Oh, I love those Mission Impossible movies. Honestly, even Mission Impossible 2. When I was a younger lad, that was actually my favorite one. When I was a younger lad, Die Hard 3 was my favorite Die Hard. But, then I came to realize how perfect Die Hard 1 is and how imperfect Mission Impossible 2 is. But I like all of the movies in that franchise. Unlike Die Hard, which really screwed the pooch on that fifth one. 2 times I've ever come out of a cinema seething angry, and that was one of them. Die Hard 5, is it A Good Day to Die Hard? The one where they go to Chernobyl. And Man of Steel. Oh, um, yeah, those 2 movies just had me coming out of the theater angry. But boy, am I looking forward to James Gunn's Superman. Purely just for the casting of Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. Oh my gosh, that was when it got down to the top 2 rumored picks, and she was one of them. Oh man, I was so hoping. I loved her in The Marvelous Miss Maisel. And she just looks like Lois Lane, and she got the part, and I was happy. And that is cool. I like the guy that they've cast as Superman. But I'm still convinced that Clark Kent here is a wig because it just does not look good. Um, and Nicholas Holt is Lex Luthor. Man, looks great in the trailer. And Crypto, baby. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. That'll do for Chase, I think. Well, we're up to cool. Just throw some quick colors on. With my previously prepared paste palette. It's very handy. So this is my little fella who always finds himself in trouble in globe-trotting adventures, trying to outrun the forces of evil. Well, not outrun them, trying to beat them to places before they can get their hands on things that could aid them in taking over the world. So he's not a superhero per se. As I say, he's more in the Indiana Jones mold. A hero, just not super. Super in our hearts. But not in powers. Usually thinking is his belt black all around brown. I should know that off the top of my head, shouldn't I? Gosh. Excuse me while I take another swig of my tea. That's ridiculous. I should know this off the top of my head. I have made changes over the time though. He used to have black pants. Now he does not. And dun, dun, dun. It is a black belt. Come on, Mike, get it together. There's enough brown on him every else. He used to have black boots too. Sometimes I think a picture is just not taking shape, and then I just go, I'll just continue anyway. And I get onto the colors. And as soon as there's a few colors added, I'm like, oh yeah, actually, which is quite annoying because it could save me a lot of time and a lot of rework. If you just trust your gut. Going back to my previous conversation, I should say that following an agent on Twitter in hopes of getting picked up is probably even less likely than just applying for an agent in the first place. And as I said, I was extremely lucky. And it was because there were specific characters I created that Davinia thought had potential, I guess. And so it wasn't just a body of work, trust me. And it wasn't just um, I don't know what I was going to say, but anyway, it was right place, right time. Um, I had something that sort of tied into what she was looking for at the time, thankfully, and she knew how she could. Oh, no, what am I doing? She knew how she could pitch it and help develop it and try and sell it. It's just history. So I'm not saying follow my route. Don't follow my route. My route is abnormal. But I do feel for people who are on the querying track. It is hard, man. As I said, I gave up. I was just like, oh, I can't just, yeah, I don't know. I was ready to throw it in. I mean, just do art on social media like I had always been doing. I mean, just create what you like. Don't worry about what other people are going to think. And someone's going to like it. And if you're lucky, it'll be the right person who can help bring it to life. And then if you're even luckier, it'll be brought to life by a team of people who you really dig working with and you work well with, which I was lucky enough to get, blessed enough. Now I've gone back to DDO, which I don't want to. Michael Coleman, my dude, my dude from England. What is happening? It's been a minute. Michael Coleman is one of my oldest internet friends. I'm just going to say friends now, but we met on, I'm going to say DeviantArt if I'm not wrong, because back in the day that's what we were all on, right? And I think he inked some of my stuff, and that's how we met. And then we got to meet in real life when I used to live in Europe, and I popped over to England. Um, yeah, was it a comic convention? Might have been. Feel like it was. Maybe. I don't know. I digress. Cool dude. Am I still on that looking layout? I am. That's all good. We're giving it a bit of a bolder outline. Just felt it needed something else. Oh, it was lead heavy. Wow. Okay. But it was still from inking my stuff, right? Man, okay, so another story. Man, lead heavy. That was the place, man. That was the place. We were there before DeviantArt, I think. Well, actually, no, it might have been same time because I think to post on lead heavy, which was a yeah, what did you call them? Like, well, it was a forum, I guess. Um, an art forum, and it was run by four dudes who at the time weren't the superstars they are now. Um, those people being John Somariva, um, well, Scotty Young, Mark Brooks, and was one other. Lead Heavy is a name you haven't heard in a long time. I know, right? Man. Oh, you went the Crow piece. That's right. It was the first Comic Con they did in London. That's right. The Stan Lee one, eh? Yeah. Who was the other guy? Is Red J John Somariva, or are they two different people? There were four people. Anyway, that was the place. That was where, man, I met a lot of people. Derek Hunter and, Andy from Belgium. I think I met him on there as well. That was the place. I miss the Lead Heavy days. I can understand what, I mean, those forum things just aren't really the vibe now, I guess. But I don't know, it was kind of cool having a little community like that. Now we're just all on social medias. But man, I made some cool friends. And look, I'm friends with them still to this day. And like I said on a previous stream, man, one thing I lack here, in New Zealand is a little friendship circle of artists. I had it in Europe because I popped over to London once or twice a year. We'd hang out, go out for dinner, talk, chat, blah, blah, blah. And now I have to rely on internet connections, internet relationships. But that's cool. But that's why I like to do these live streams, so I can actually get to chat to my friends as well, and to chat to people who just like my stuff and want to follow me, instead of just sitting here by myself at the drawing board, because that can get a bit tedious. This is super cool. Oh, hang on, I've got to catch up on the comments. Yeah, same. I think it was the only forum I was on, because otherwise, other than that, it was DeviantArt. And I want to shut down my DeviantArt, but it's got a lot of old stuff that I don't have anymore, and I can't be bothered going and just downloading everything. So it stays open. I never go to it though. I think I still get followers on there though. But whatever, I haven't posted on there for years. In fact, Chase first appeared probably on DeviantArt. So once again, those just joining Chase Speedington, this character I'm drawing now. Book 1 coming out from Paper Cuts in America in November by me and Franco, creator of Tiny Titans and a lot of other cool stuff. What was that stroke? It's on that way. Okay, let's go that. And that is a picture of Chase Speedington. So that was quick. Now I'm thinking to do a Marvel DC character. Superman, that guy there. Hi, cool, yo, what's up? That's in the Twitch. Sorry, I was on the YouTube chat and I forgot to switch over. If you're still watching, g'day. It always surprises me when I log into DeviantArt and find a bunch of favorites on them. Yeah, same. Yep, I don't think people look at the date. And man, I hate looking at my old artwork. I often hate looking at my new artwork. Man, I'm just a salesman. Born salesman. Come buy my stuff, I hate it. No, that's not true. It's funny though, because some of the pictures I'm like, yeah, I really don't like this, but I've got nothing else to post. I'm going to post it anyway. And then it gets the most likes. So what do I know? Okay. One last one. Who are we going to draw? I want to draw in this style that I've been drawing, but a popular character. I mean, not a popular character, an existing IP, a licensed character, like Batman, Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, whatever. But in this style that Chase and Super Unicorn Princess are in. So if you've got any ideas, well, don't say Simpsons, man. That will never work. And you know who's cool? Another friend of mine man, he's the coolest dude. Dean Rankin. He drew Simpsons comics until Bongo closed down. Now he does really cool other stuff. He does death metal emo elves. I'll show that book on the next stream maybe. And he drew Timmy the Ticked Off Pony, which was a cool series. His art is super fun. And I became friends with him. I followed him. I bought a print of his, which was amazing. And we just became friends. We've met at cons. We've gone out for dinner. He's a cool dude, man. And he is the Simpsons guy. And I need to stay in my lane. And my lane tends to veer more towards comics, maybe cartoons, depends what it is. Because I play Fortnite a lot now too, I'm trying to get into some anime, which I usually despise. Um, the TV series anime, the movie anime, like the Miyazaki stuff, of course, I like it. But do I try Dragon Ball? Do I try Naruto? I've watched the first episode of both and I didn't hate them. But there's so much to watch, and there's been subsequent series in the meantime because I've waited so long. But I want to start from the start. Um, like I haven't even watched all of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I do dig that show, so maybe I'll just do that one. But they keep popping up in Fortnite all the time, and they're cool skins. I've got Aang in my Fortnite locker. Almost bought Son Goku, but I held off. So, and now I'm just, as I said at the start of the stream, I'm on this fence. Do I buy Kong and Mecha Godzilla? I'm going to get Godzilla for free in my battle pass. It's already going to be weird running around as a giant dinosaur. Well, actually, no, a human-sized dinosaur because he's just a skin with a machine gun. However, it would be funny to run around as a gorilla with a machine gun. My son can do that on his account because he's got Beast Boy, and Beast Boy turns into a gorilla in Fortnite. And I get a bit jealous. So should I get Kong and then me and him can play together as gorillas? One's a green gorilla, but whatever. So I might get Kong, and then I'll have Kong and Godzilla. Um, but as I said, Batman, the Batman who laughs, whatever, the really creepy Joker Batman thing, um, that's supposed to be coming back to the shop, and I want it. So I don't know. But anyway, if you want to see me play Fortnite badly, then I usually stream games in my nighttime. I'm just saying this again because I don't know who's in and out of the chat. Um, so you can come and watch that. Otherwise, I'm streaming Disney Speedstorm because I'm finally digging that game. And I see why it was slow at the start because you really have to level up to get the speed. Their currency system is bonkers, ridiculous, stupid. They're also stupid for not letting you earn the next battle pass like Fortnite and other games do. Whatever. Sometimes Fall Guys, but I'm pretty bad at that. And WWE 2K24 because I'm a wrestling fan. And yeah, I like to play it. Although my last live stream got blocked on YouTube and I had to take it down. I think it was because I was playing showcase mode and they show clips during the fights from like past WrestleManias and stuff. So I think that's why. So maybe I can stream it and just play the normal game. But boo. So anyway, whatever. Fortnite lets me stream and Twitch lets me stream whatever I want. So yeah. Geez, I don't know. Should I just do Batman? It's been a while since I've had the pen on the paper, so to speak, digitally. Gosh, that's a thick pen. What did I do? It's probably when I was doing those outlines. Um, let's tone it down a bit. Oh, that's a shame. It was going to be a similar pose if I did that now. Do you care? Probably don't care. Who cares? I'm like the John Cena of cartooning. I have like 5 moves. That's a wrestling joke for those who watch wrestling. It's John Cena's final year this year. His retirement tour. CM Punk is back. Wrestling is good. Triple H is in charge of creative. And like Justin Timberlake once sang, I'm loving it. Yeesh, that's not right. Oops. We'll tidy that up in post, as I always say. Let's just make a snap change to. All right, let's catch up on the chat for a minute. I always find stuff like Dragon Ball, Naruto, and One Piece are awesome, but there's just way too much filler. Yeah, that's what I used to think when I was younger, and Dragon Ball was a newer thing in the West. Um, that it was like 5 days of soap opera to get to Friday where they fight. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's the vibe I was getting. Um, oh, here we go. A battle that might take a single volume of the manga might take 4 or 5 episodes. If it's a battle, I don't mind, but gosh, that's a lot of fighting. Um, Gotta go pick up. Oh, yeah. Cool, man. See you later. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe do I do One Piece? Maybe Naruto. I quite liked the first episode of that. I don't know. It's just there's a lot. And there's all these other ones coming to Fortnite soon. Kaiju number 8. What is that? Should I get Crunchyroll? I can get it through my Amazon Prime. Um, if I pay a little bit extra. And maybe it's got a whole lot of stuff I can figure out. I mean, I'd never even heard of Hatsune Miku before she came into Fortnite. As a festival pass, cameras there. As a festival pass, man, I was thinking about it the other day. I was trying to think who would make a cool musical guest in Fortnite that would work on the festival pass, but also look cool because obviously you'd use their skin in um, Battle Royale or Zero Build like I do. Um, and I want Slash, man. I want Slash from Guns N' Roses. That would be aces. And also Christina Aguilera from the Fighter video. That would look cool as a skin for Battle Royale. And it would be a cool festival pass skin too. What am I doing? I'm just going to go like this. And that is cool. Um, so yeah. So yeah, I'm on Fortnite and WWE and all of those other cool stuffs. That is so wrong angle wise, but I'm sticking with it. All right. And I appreciate anyone who follows along on these streams that hits the follow button so you know when I'm streaming next. I am working my way up to 50 followers. I hit 25 yesterday, which is more than I thought I would get anyway. So I'm halfway there. So if I can just get the other half, it would be cool. So yeah, if you dig watching me draw and chat about inane stuff, like what I watch on TV and play video game wise, or just random stories, um, smash that follow button. Also, if you've got any game recommendations, I want to play Star Wars Outlaws. I don't want to pay $100 for it, so I'll wait till it's on sale. But is it any good? Has anyone played it? I don't know. I'm thinking of starting Red Dead Redemption 2 again. Um, now that I've got a PS5, it's still only the PS4 version, they haven't remastered it yet. But starting again on the stream and just working through it on my stream. But can I be bothered? I don't know. I was going to do the same with Grand Theft Auto, but can I be bothered? I also haven't I never finished Spider-Man, the PlayStation one, and now I've got the remastered version on PS5 because I bought Miles Morales, the Ultimate Edition, which comes with the remastered first Spider-Man game, which saved me paying the $15 um, for the upgrade, and also got me the Miles game, which I haven't played at all. So maybe I'll stream one of those. Then people will really see how much I suck at gaming. I used to be good at GTA though, but it's been so long. And again, not a game I can play on my YouTube channel, trying to keep it PG. Same with Red Dead, but I'll just stream it on Twitch. So good. Ways and means. I don't know. All right. Let's do it. Whoa, what happened? Didn't click it. Now, I'm a fan of blue and grey Batman personally. So that is what we're going to do. Just pull this palette back because it's got the most. What's if there are drawing questions, not that I'm a master by any means, but I draw a lot. So maybe I know something and I might be able to answer your question. So if you have questions, let me know. I'm also very self deprecating, in case you haven't picked that up. But it's a true story. Imposter syndrome, like I talked about on the last stream, it's a real thing, man. And being self deprecating and having imposter syndrome is not a good mix. So, yeah, this year is going to be a great year. 2025, I'm going to have my first books out. Into the Hands of Children, which is always been something I want to do, is make books for kids, fun books that they like. So hopefully they like them. That'll be a bonus. And yeah, hopefully I can continue making them. I have kids. I said, so I use a pen name, right? So all my social medias are Mike Hardigan. That's what my books will be under. It's not my real last name. Um, but it's a last name I grew up using. Story for another day. It's not an interesting one anymore. And so my kids obviously have my legal name, as do I in real life. Um, and I said to my eldest daughter, I said, man, is it exciting to you that this year potentially, or soon enough, that a book that I made could be in your school library? Because for me, that's a goal, man. Get it into school libraries. get into public libraries. And she said, actually, that's kind of embarrassing. And I said, well, what? She's 8. I said, why is it embarrassing? Isn't it cool? Especially if kids like it, and you can say, my dad made that. Plus, it doesn't have your last name on it. It does have their names in the dedication, though, so they can prove it. And it'll have my picture in the back, so it'll prove it. But that was an interesting response because she likes my stuff. She says she likes my stuff. But anyway, she's going to start doing some YouTube drawing stuff on my channel. Not live, we'll pre-record it and put it up. And my son, who is 6.5, has started up his own YouTube channel where he does live stream gaming. Don't judge, it's usually Fortnite. So, yeah, Kiwi Gamer Kid is his YouTube channel. So, if you've got nothing better to do, or if you're just a cool dude, go and subscribe. He gets a buzz anytime he gets just even one subscriber because he's 6. And he's pretty good at Fortnite, man. He's probably better than me. I can't play the build version. Plus, I don't need to hide from people. Just fight like a man. So he's pretty good. So go give him a follow. Kiwi Gamer Kid, all one word, because we're from New Zealand, so we're Kiwis. And he's a kid, and he plays games. Made sense. And yeah, that's the end of that story. And I just sort of trailed off into nothing. Nick, hello. You played the first Spider-Man, but never realized I could upgrade the gadgets. Yeah. 2012 is going to be great. So you have I do have a secret identity, yes. Now, all it is was I have the name that's on my birth certificate, obviously. And but I grew up with just my mum for most of my for the vast majority of my childhood. Um, and I remember one day walking to school when I was 5 with her and saying, "Can I just use your last name?" Because she was using her maiden name at the time, and she said, "Yeah." And when this is back in the 80s, because I'm old, and she said, she asked about it, and they said, "Yeah, you don't have to legally change it or anything, as long as he's not using it for dodgy reasons." I was 5. It's not a problem. So when I went to school, when I went into the workforce, eventually I always used my cardigan. Then I had the opportunity to move to Europe for work, but of course I had to use my legal name because passports and visas and all of that fun stuff. So then I started using that name. Then when I came back to New Zealand, um, the bank I'd been with had closed down and converted to another bank. They bought them out. And I used to have notes on my old account saying that, yeah, his legal name is this, but he goes by this, so it's all good. The new bank said no. So basically, I had to start going by my legal name. But in the meantime, I had built up all my social media following on the other name. And at one point, I tried to change it. And then people just got confused. I probably lost followers too because they're like, who's this guy? And that was not great. So I changed it back. And so when it came time to make a book, I just said, man, I'm just going to use that as a pen name. And I think I'm going to legally add it as a middle name. I just think that might be easier. And because I want to have the same last name as my kids. Right? Oh, yeah. So I'm not going to change everyone's. And so I now have a pen name. So that was an interesting story. I don't know. I'm full of those. All right. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I'll jam Spider-Man. I remember it starts right in the action, and when I'd gone back to it, because I played it when it first came out, I think. Then I put it down. I was probably playing Red Dead or something, which is a time sucker, but it's so good. When I went back to Spider-Man, I forgot that you start right in the middle of battling with Kingpin, I think, and I was just getting owned. But then you get past it, and then do I want to start again and go through all that again, or do I just want to jump into Miles Morales? I don't know. But I also want to have a decent stream where I'm not completely sucking. So do I stick with Fortnite? I don't know. That's Godzilla. Godzilla's in Fortnite. Godzilla's cool. Unfortunately, his movies don't seem to be. But man, Kong Skull Island. Gosh, what a movie. That was my favorite movie of the year that came out. And that was probably when Marvel was doing multiple movies a year. Speaking of Marvel, I am so looking forward to Thunderbolts. Captain America, Brave New World, I'm not sure. I liked Falcon and Winter Soldier, the show. I just want Bucky to be Cap. So, anyway, I don't know. I might wait for it to come on streaming. Um, I know Superman and Fantastic Four are probably top of the superhero movie list for this year for me. I so hope they get Fantastic Four right this time. I'm not a big fan of all the casting. Do we really need Pedro Pascal and something else? Why? Just John Krasinski. Oh, at least we had him one time, eh? So got to be thankful for that. Um, but yeah, really looking forward to it. I really hope they get it right this time. And Superman just looks amazing. I talked about that earlier on the stream. I'll watch it just for Rachel Brosnahan, even. And there's got to be other movies I'm looking forward to. I'm just drawing a blank. You can always go back and watch the favorites. Favorite MCU movie is Winter Soldier, Forever and Always. I really like that movie. In fact, I would say the Cap trilogy is probably my favorite. I like the first. I like I like all the Ant-Mans, but specifically the first two. The third one. What were they thinking with Modok? Golly. Um, and it's just a shame they did all that setup for Kang. I mean, you know what happened after that. But anyway, now we get Doom. Hey, Doom. We're getting Galactus. By the look of it, in Fantastic Four. So that's cool. I like the Thor movies. See, Love and Thunder is a weird one. I liked it when I saw it at the cinema. Haven't watched it again, but the more it's percolated in my mind, I don't know if I actually really liked it that much. I mean, I liked it because Natalie Portman's in it, and she is my number one forever. Sorry, my wife. Um, my wife is my number one. Natalie Portman is my number two. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think what happened with that one was Ragnarok was really good, and then Taika might have thought a bit too highly of his comedic leanings and upped the ante quite a lot in that in Love and Thunder. Too much. So Ragnarok had a bit of balance, probably. So as a trilogy, those first three Thor movies I don't hate either. I quite like them. I really like Ragnarok. But as a trilogy, Guardians is good, but I'm not a big fan of number two. But one and three, brilliant. Downey as Doom is a mistake. He's not going to be Doom though. It's like he's going to be a multiversal Doom, right? Surely there's going to be a proper Doom in Fantastic Four. That's not Downey though, is it? I don't know. I feel like it's Tony Stark Doom, like like that happened in the comics, right? I don't know. I can't remember. Um, I really feel like he's not the real main universe timeline Doom. I'm hopeful. We'll see. And the Russos and Feige, I still trust, even though Eternals has been a thing. And um, what about Shang-Chi and Black Widow? People don't talk about those movies. I like those ones. That's right. Wasn't a great phase all up. Those two movies were good. I hope we get a Shang-Chi too. I like playing as him in Fortnite. Send him down on Shenron from Dragon Ball Z. When um, and Black Widow was cool. I like Yelena. I like that she's going to be the new Black Widow. David Harbour is Red Guardian. Fantastic. And they'll bring in Sentry and Thunderbolts too. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about Downey, I guess, because I don't want him to ham it up as Doom. They need to get Doom right. So I don't know. They need to get the Fantastic Four right. Vanessa Kirby, I like because she's from the Mission Impossible movies. Everything's full circle in my conversations. Here's a Batman, little Batman. So yeah, how long have I? Oh, it's been 2 hours. Gosh. Well, thanks for sticking with me, people. Maybe we should leave it there then, eh? Get on with our lives. I'm sure, I think people have got better things to do. I've got work to get done. Maybe I'll just fold up Super Unicorn Princess while we wrap up the chat. So remember, if you've just joined the chat more recently in the stream, if you're watching on Twitch, I have added a suggestion box to my About page on my channel. So if you go to my channel page, in the About section, there's a suggestion page. Throw in some suggestions who you want to see me draw on future streams. It's not a guarantee, but I'm always looking for ideas. And it'll be in my style, so, what is? If you dig it, leave a comment. Hit the follow so you know when I'm going live next. And help me get up to 50 followers. That'd be cool. No pressure. It's all chill. I just like to come on here and chat, man. Chat and draw. Feel connected. Especially when my kids go back to school and the house goes back to being quiet and peaceful and can actually get work done. Um, I'll be scheduling these a bit more regularly and hope to just chat with people while I'm doing my work. Don't know if I can do my work on the live stream because I'm probably not allowed to let stuff be shown. But you're not really seeing whole pages or anything. I don't know. Can only get told off, right? Easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. Isn't that the saying? I don't know. Something like that. And there's the girl in the pink frilly dress. That's Super Unicorn Princess. Mickey Mouse is my character library. She's my main one at the moment. Although in terms of publishing, Chase is my main one. November, remember? If it came out on the 5th, that would be brilliant. Anyway, and Batman, he's not mine. He's just cool. So that is the stream. I think I'm going to leave you there, guys. Thank you for chatting. It's been cool. Oh, thanks for subbing, Dooms. We should definitely catch up, man. Hit me up on whatever we're using these days. I don't know. Um, and I'd like to collab on some logos in the future potentially too, because I'm gonna need some. Wink. Anyway, yeah. Catch you next stream. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Now the awkward part where I find out how to end the stream. Awkward. All right. See you later.